Hi guys. I am not here today again. Hopefully I'll see you next week. This pneumonia has really got to me. So I'll hopefully see you all next week. But what I want you to do today is to go into your White Box Learning account, and hopefully you wrote all that down from the other day. The people that weren't here from the other day, the substitute could get you that information. So you'll click on Mousetrap Car and you'll put in your student ID, and our group code for everybody is XMGT. Then you'll click on Login. And the other day, I kind of stepped you through all this, but the first, again, today you're going to go to Research and click off that game mode, so then that drop down menu will stop. The other day I asked you to go in and read up on the age of mechanization and simple machines and mechanisms, and then of course the mousetrap car. But today what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go through some of the knowledge at work. So you're going to go in and read a little bit about Sir Newton and his second law. And you can go through this and kind of scroll through. And I think a lot of this you had with Mrs. Brickle. So you can go in and check out all the areas of knowledge that you are actually working with when you're building your mousetrap car. And as you go through, you can kind of see how the mousetrap car is going to be propelled, um, and how the lever arm is going to work. So when you come through here, um, I know the lever arm one quiz worksheet is kind of a difficult one. I think the one that I'd like for you to do today is on the design objectives. Um, nah, I don't know. The design objectives one is kind of a difficult one too. So, actually, what I would like for you to do is I thought that maybe it was kind of like all this up at the background, in the background part. What I'd like for you to do is just to kind of read up on Newton's second law, and then you might look into underneath that about mass. So just read kind of those two knowledge at works today, and and then after you've gone through that, I can see if you've been on these pages or not. So make sure you just look through that those areas. When you're finished with these two little pieces of paper, then you can go into your engineering and you can continue engineering your mousetrap car to the point where you know you're racing a lot of different people. So what I've noticed so far, we do have 14 people that have qualified, which is pretty well. Actually, that's from my other class, but it looks as if maybe we've got some people that are almost there. Um, and you're working on them. But make sure that you have design names that are suitable for school, please. Some of these, like Jackson, he was in another class, but you can still race those people. But your goal is to try to get a qualifying car, okay? And in order to know you're in the top 10, you can click and see if you're even close in the top 10. But to make sure that you're going to be qualified, you got to go over into your design specs and make sure that you have all your specifications in line. And so you're going to have to keep changing those numbers and working until you get the best design. So continue to work on this today. Continue racing each other, um, and then on next when I see you next Wednesday, then we will begin talking about how we're going to go about building our mousetrap cars. So just have fun with this today. You'll be working on this the whole time, and if you have any questions, just send me a message like some of you have. Um, but if you do have questions, just send me it in Google Classroom. All right. Well, see you next week and have a great weekend.